come. And you can see how easily they find that challenge. Now those 4 cubs that you just saw, they are actually cubs, although they are presenting a lot of adult behaviours, as you can see. And that's because they're actually around 15 months old now. So they were born in January last year, and they're certainly very close to full size now that they're 15 months old. Now in the wild, what would happen when they reached around 2 years is they would be big enough, strong enough, and also knowledgeable enough to then head off in the wild and make their own territory. Now in captivity, our tigers and all the tigers around the world have all the luxuries. They don't have to worry about predators, about where their next meal will come from, or what to do if they're sick. So it means that they grow up very, very strong, very quickly, and there's a high chance that all cubs survive. So we have 4 big cubs in this litter. We have 2 males, Hutan and Arche, and 2 females, Rani and Indra. Now in the wild, it's possible that not all 4 cubs would survive due to the demands of being a wild animal and for their mother to have to supply enough food for them. But in captivity, Binjai didn't have to worry about any of that. She was able to raise all 4 cubs to the 4 healthy specimens that you can see in front of you. Now because they are so big and in such a small space, often in captivity our cubs would head off anywhere between 1 and 2 years of age. So these guys being 15 months old, you can see how big and strong they are, and it won't be too much longer before they head off and be part of the breeding program elsewhere. Now this is very, very important for Sumatran tigers because they are the smallest species of tiger in the world, and they are critically endangered, which means more people today will walk across this bridge than there are Sumatran tigers left in the wild. There's approximately only 250 left and around 170 in captivity. That means that it's very, very important for zoos internationally to focus on the conservation and also the breeding of Sumatran tigers. Breeding animals in captivity not only promotes those animals in the wild, but it's creating a captive population that hopefully one day we would be able to re-release out there in their home environment. Now, as you can imagine, having 170 in captivity across the world is actually not a huge number in terms of genetic diversity. So for us to be able to breed with our cats, we need approval by what's called, I can't actually see what's going on, but it sounds exciting. We need approval by what's called a stud book keeper. Now that's a person who looks at the bloodlines of the animal. For Sumatra tigers, it's actually a lady that's based in London Zoo, and she looks at the genetic diversity of each of the tigers in captivity. She can then decide which are the most